too, when things might start to turn a bit in this draft with some unpredictability. Well, speaking of a flurry of trades, the Los Angeles Lakers got involved with the Brooklyn Nets, and LA is going to get Brook Lopez on the final year of his deal. Meanwhile, the Nets get the former number 2 pick of the NBA draft, D'Angelo Russell, and Timothy Mozgov, who was signed to, let's be honest, one of the most mind-boggling deals we saw in the history of the NBA at 12:01 Eastern Time on July 1st last year. So the Nets get a bit younger, have an opportunity to grow Russell, and that makes way for possibly a point guard to be drafted. Let's go to Sekou Smith, who's got LA's pick.
This was an easy choice for me. I know there was a ton of subterfuge going into this process with LeVar Ball making bigger headlines than Lonzo Ball. But if you watch this kid play, you watch UCLA and what he did for that team, I don't think there's any question he makes perfect sense for Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka, and the Los Angeles Lakers. You give him to a coach in Luke Walton who knows a little something about shepherding the careers of a talented young point guard. He was got his fingerprints all over Steph Curry's development in Golden State. I think this is an ideal fit, hometown kid, and somebody in Lonzo Ball who, if you talk to his college coach and people that watched him at that level, would tell you the unselfishness, the pass-ahead ability, this notion that he could become a floor general for a Lakers team that's going to play at a completely different tempo in the coming years. It's just a great fit. I know there are some concerns for some people about his athleticism, his strength and all that sort of thing. He's a pup right now. And athleticism hasn't bothered him at any level before this. I don't think it'll be an issue now. The shot, of course, Stu, worries some people. But to me, the overall package of what Lonzo Ball brings to the Lakers, being the hometown guy, I don't think there's any doubt he's the right fit for the Lakers. That's why I wore my purple today. It's the right fit for the number 2 pick.
And I understand. I mean, when you talk about these players in the top half of the lottery, arguably there could be 10 of the first 11 picks that are freshmen or sophomores in college. So none of them really are the real deal just yet. But I like Lonzo Ball because he has a God-given ability, and that is his creativity and his vision. And he's a contagious passer. What he did at the collegiate level, I think, translates to the NBA level in that when you play a guy like that, you're almost obligated to make that extra pass yourself. But he's good in the half court. He's good in the full court. He seems to make the right play. And I liken him to Jason Kidd because when you watch Jason play, if you remember, how many times did you watch him and he'd make a play and you go, how did he see that? Yeah. And I think Lonzo Ball has that same quality.
Dennis, what does this say, though, about D'Angelo Russell and the short-lived experiment in L.A.?
Well, it gives D'Angelo Russell a restart, if you will. Obviously, things didn't go exactly well we thought it could be, being the number 1 pick and all the talent that he showed in that short stint in Ohio State. But now you go to Brooklyn, you have a new, fresh start, prove that you still can play this game right. But more importantly, for all of us and us basketball people, prove you can be a better leader now as a young player. Now your career can get better started again.
Yeah, Lonzo Ball is one of those guys. There was a lot made about the bad workouts he had. Lonzo Ball is not going to show you what he does in a 1-on-0 workout. That's not where he's going to display his talent. His talent's 5-on-5. His talent is when there's a basketball game going on and he has to find the right guy, and he does every time. The passes he puts, he doesn't just hit guys, he hits guys on their hands, ready to score. That's what makes him, to me, better than just your average point guard prospect. This is a guy with elite level passing in terms of finding the right guy in the shooting position, making every pass that you can make. And yeah, he is not a dynamic scorer, but he shot 41% on threes in college. That's more than good enough. He'll be fine.
And you look at the improvement of that UCLA team with him in the mix. Exactly. I think that speaks for itself.
For 2 years, we've been told about the 2017 NBA draft, headlined by the first 2 picks in our mock draft, Fultz and Ball.